So I am mystified with Black-owned reporting. We started doing Black-owned reporting in the midst of COVID because with COVID, it had a really big impact on the economy and on businesses both large and small. We wanted to show small business owners that we still care. So the videos on this channel showcase both the accomplishments of small business owners as well as some of the struggles. So we're going to start off with having you introduce yourself to the people.
Okay. Hi, you guys. I'm Marley, aka Marley the artist. I'm so happy to be here.
No, we're happy to have you. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Okay, so I am a female shoe customizer, which means I customize all types of shoes, Vans, Forces, Jordans, Nikes, whatever you can name of, I can do it. I am a very small business. I started a couple years ago, back when I was a freshman in high school. So this was like 2013, and I did my first shoe in art class. Actually, I had a friend who had some chip paint that he needed fixing. He was just like, "Hey," he was like, "You think you can just like paint this over for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not? It couldn't be that hard." And then it turns out that one little spot became into a whole new shoe, and he's just like, "Oh my god, you should start a business for this. Like, this is amazing. Like, you have the talent for it." And I was like, I don't know, maybe later on. And then when he wore them, a lot of people around the school were just like, "Hey, like I've seen that you did his shoes. Like, can you do mine?" And I was just like, "Sure, why not?" Like.
Or what kind of
Um,
inspires your designs, I should say.
Honestly, I think it's just because I always had like a big passion for art. I always been in all through since middle school through high school. I was always in an art class, whether it was art one, painting, sculpting, photography. I was always just drawn to it. So I just felt like when the shoe seekers came into it, it was just kind of like a natural element for me. Like I was just like, okay, this is another piece of canvas that I can just create my own and express how I feel and just make something beautiful for the next person to wear. You know what I mean?
I was like, I like that because with everyone wants to wear like the same type of Jordans and the same type of Nikes. The fact that you're
Mm-hmm.
able to offer a variety, like, hey, you like these shoes, but how about you get something different on them?
Yeah.
So, what does it mean to you that you are a Black business owner?
I feel I feel like it's a great thing because there's not a lot of black owned any business, not just like shoes, just anything.
Like, I agree with yours. I kind of feel like what you're trying to say because your business specifically is so unique. Not
Mm-hmm.
everyone does, and you do them by hand, correct?
Yes, everything by hand.
So you sit there and you're like, hey, you want this design. Somebody's like, hey, I want this design. And you sit there and you hand customize them. One that
Yep.
takes a lot of time. To draw something from hand, a lot of time and a lot of effort. And again, you have your own little niche. So it's like, oh, because your business is so unique, it's like, I don't know how to explain what I do because I know what I do is so awesome within itself. Does that make sense? Or
Exactly.
is it
Yes, that's
pessimistic?
exactly how I was trying to explain it.
See? I got you. What message do you have for other Black business owners?
Well, the message I have for other black business owners is that you guys can do it. Like it takes is you and the motivation to do it because anybody can be great. Anybody can be a billionaire. Anybody can have a business. Anybody can do anything they want. They just have to put in that effort. And I just feel like as a black person, we have to go 10 times harder than the next person just because we do go unnoticed a lot.
Mhm.
And I just feel like if we can all come together and push more black owned business, the world would be great. That's to me, my honest opinion. I think the world would be even better because it's just like I don't think people realize there's so many unique people out there who have great passion, have so many talents that could be anything they want to be in the world. Like that's my biggest message. Like you can do it. You have the strength. You have the power. This that black is beautiful. Like you can just do it. You have everything that everybody else have. You have the same opportunities as well.
I love the way that you were able to turn your passion and not monetize it, but turn your business into something that you love. So,
Right.
how long would you say that you've been not in your business, but an artist?
An artist. Whew, I was honestly, I'm gonna just go straight for it. I would say since I was a baby, because my mom and my dad were big drawers. They loved art too, so I just felt like it was just like ever since she introduced me to it at a young age, like I would say like 5. That's when I was just like, oh, this is something that I would pursue later on in life, and I kept it. And I'm really surprised that I didn't like change it like most kids. Were just like, they'll say they want to be this, like a firefighter, and then later on they'll change and want to be something else. But me, I was like, I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to stick to that. And here we go, 22 years later, I'm an artist still.
That makes sense. Do you only do shoes and sneakers, or like, let's say I wanted to get a painting done, or a picture done, or a t-shirt done? Do you offer those services as well?
Not right now. I do not. Right now, it's just the sneakers, just because I'm trying to practice before I do put that out there. Like I can do paintings and clothing and stuff like that. Because I don't ever want to give somebody something that I know I wouldn't be satisfied with, or I know I could be better at. I would rather give myself the time and the patience to practice it. So when it's time to put it out there, people know what to expect, and it'll be professional and it'll look nice.
That makes a lot of sense. What would you say is your specialty?
I think my specialty is cartoons. I love cartoons. That's like a second nature for me. Like I can I actually have a pair of shoes right now if you don't mind me putting it to the camera. Like my favorite character right now is the Boondocks, and these are my personal pair right here. It was Sydney. She was white at first in the cartoon, but I just made her a black girl. And
She was biracial, actually.
yeah, you're right. You're right. She was.
She was biracial. She was rough and
And
tough in her Afro puffs.
true.
But you more, I guess the word would be Afrotized her.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Gave
yes,
her
that's
just
the word I was looking for.
a little bit more color, a little bit more melanin. So you took that
Mm-hmm.
and you made it your own.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
you got some other stuff, girl, please.
Yeah, I have some other shoes right here for you. Like I have the Drake album cover. It was Nothing Was the Same. It was my first ever human portrait ever, and it was Drake from his album cover. It's not the best, but it was my first one, and I was pretty proud of it.
No, those are pretty good for your first one.
Thank you.
I have an appointment question.
Yes.
If because you put so much time and effort into these shoes,
Mm-hmm.
the materials that you use, like let's say I'm out in the rain. Like if I'm out in the
Mm-hmm.
rain, is it gonna go?
No. Mm-mm. Everything is waterproof, weatherproof, and I actually put an extra water essential to protect it from water damage and whatever spills there may be.
I, I need that is a major that is a major key. But please, show me more of your lovely art.
Oh, okay. I have another pair right here. This is actually somebody that was a big role model to me who has recently passed away earlier this year. And to pay a tribute to her, I did a pair of shoes of my own of her, and it's a portrait
Oh, wow.
of her. Her name is Lexi Alage.
Oh, wow.
Let me see if I do one at a time. So these are like photos that she took professionally, that I just was just like, I'm gonna put it on a shoe. I love her so much. She meant the world to me. And I actually had a good relationship with her as well too. So it's not like I was just like a glare. There we go.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, oh wow, like you can actually see the detail into it.
Thank you.
That is
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
So where do I go to place an order?
So you would go to www.bigcartel.marleytheartist.com to place an order with me. Or you can hit me up on all social medias on my Instagram, Marley the Artist with the S at the end, or Facebook at MAKAYLAMETCALFE, or Twitter at lyrical_Marley.
So it's repeat that website one more time for me because I'm like, oh, that was a lot.
Sorry. So it is a very long one. So it's www.marleytheartist with the S at the end .bigcartel.com.
Big Cartel.
Big Cartel, yes.
What would you say is your favorite part of being an artist?
Creating art, honestly, that's my favorite part, and it's so comfortable to do it because it's just like you can make art literally to anything, like anything. Like it's man, I'm thinking about it. It just makes me like so happy because I love I love doing what I do because it's. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional a little bit. It's just because when I talk about art, I just feel like it's a big part of me. It's a big piece of me, and I feel like I wouldn't I don't know what to do with myself if art wasn't in the picture for me at all, because it's just, that's all I can imagine myself doing. So I think it's just creating something beautiful is just what is my favorite part of being an artist.
What are your final words for the people?
My final words for the people is that even if it's not art, even if it's not doing shoes or anything, if you really, really, truly want something, you have to go get it. And you'll be surprised of how much of the people who are going to support you, how many people who would love to see you do the things that you want to do. Like, it all takes the pride in yourself to push yourself to do it. And who knows, you could do something and it could be anything. You could do something and the next person will show a big business owner, and then you're like, ooh, I didn't expect that to happen. Like, you can really do it. You have the same opportunity, the same 24 hours just as everybody else to be something great.
And again, the most important part, because we're doing it right again, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Marley the Artist with the S at the end. And you can also follow me on Twitter at lyrical_Marley. And last but not least, if you would like to place an order, my website is going to be www.marleytheartist with the S at the end .bigcartel.com.
Perfect. So thank you so much for letting me interview you.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you guys have any Black-owned businesses that you feel as though we need to interview and highlight, make sure you like and you comment in the box below. And don't forget to subscribe. All right. Thanks, Marley.
Thank you.